Hello everyone. Thank you so much for choosing to support Clearwater Marine Aquarium. My name is Lindsay and I work in the Education Department. Clearwater Marine Aquarium is a working marine animal hospital. Every day we help animals by rescue, rehabilitation, and the release of marine life. Our aquarium has hospital patients year-round, and that really sets us apart from other aquariums. Some of our patients include dolphins, whales, North American river otters, and sea turtles, which are our most common patients. Animals need our help for many reasons. So sometimes animals can get hurt because of natural causes, but more and more we're seeing animals that come to our hospital because of man-made disturbances. These can be human impacts such as entanglement, trash, or even boat strikes. Trash can be especially dangerous to marine life. So sometimes animals can get entangled or wrapped in trash such as fishing line, and if they're entangled, that limits their ability to move freely through the water. So if they can't move very easily, it's going to be harder for them to catch prey, so it'll be harder for them to eat. But it's also harder for them to get away from their predators. So let's take a look at one of our sea turtle patients who was rescued and rehabilitated here at CMA and see how trash affected his life and how we were able to get him healthy again.
My name is Lauren. I'm a sea turtle biologist at Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and today we released Weasley, one of our Kemp's Ridley sea turtles that was in rehab with us for about 20 days. He actually was hooked at Clearwater Marina by a local fisherman. So initially we'll take him for x-ray because we want to know exactly where that hook is so we're not going in blind. And then we'll actually do something called a scope. So it's basically a little camera that we put down their throat and we can actually see on a TV screen where exactly that hook is. And then we're able to go in with different tools to be able to remove that hook safely. Every rehab case is special to all of us that work with these animals. So being able to see especially the most endangered species of sea turtle that we have in the Gulf being released back into the wild to hopefully reproduce and nest and make that species flourish, it's so heartwarming, and I love releases. Like, this is what we're here to do: rescue, rehab, and release, educate the public, and inspire everyone.
From Weasley's story, we were able to learn about how trash can really affect marine life. So in Weasley's case, he did have that hook that got stuck in his throat, and if animals get a hook caught or if they do ingest a piece of trash, it can limit their ability to swallow food. Plus, sea turtles also have finger-like projections in their throat called papillae, which help prevent them from regurgitating food. While sea turtles are our most common patient at Clearwater Marine Aquarium, every so often we get the chance to rehabilitate a really unique species. So on July 4th, 2014, we rescued an Atlantic spotted dolphin named Summer. Now Summer's stranded and beached herself, and sometimes when dolphins do that, it's because they're sick, so they're not really feeling well, and it helps them to be able to breathe. Well, unfortunately, Summer didn't have her mom here with her, and we didn't know where she was. And dolphins in the wild need to live with their moms for 2 to 6 years in the wild because they have to learn absolutely everything they need to know from their mom. One of the things they have to learn from their mom is how to hunt. So since Summer didn't have her mom with her, we knew that she wouldn't be able to be released back into the wild, and so we were able to rehabilitate her here at Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So let's go check out Summer's story right now.
CMA's rescue team, including one of our vets, joined FWC in the FWC transport van. In this case, NOAA recommended rehab and CMA agreed to provide that rehab. So this would be the first rehab in CMA's newly constructed critical care facility. And in this new facility, we have a med pool where we can place the animal in this shallow area to do a full workup and additional diagnostics. The next step was to acclimate her to the larger pool where we could then evaluate her swimming abilities.
Jen probably hang out here to help guide. Abby, I want you to be the first one to come up and over towards me. You got your stretcher. Here, your white stretcher. You got to start up with this grab. Grab. Yeah, I can do a hot weight. Give me your hand.
We provided continuous care with team members in the pool around the clock. She quickly associated tubing with having her hunger satisfied, so she readily took to these sessions, which provided all of her nutrition and medications. At this stage in her life, she would be transitioning from milk to fish. After starting with just fluids, fish was added to her diet in the form of gruel, which is more easily digestible. Within a week, she became strong enough to start swimming on her own for just short periods of time. As her health improved, she was able to digest whole fish. And it was important to track her growth and development. Having stranded on her own as a young Stenella, she was not cleared for release by National Marine Fisheries Service. So therefore, we changed the way we interacted to strengthen our relationship with her. One way to provide stimulation is by enriching the environment with different toys. We frequently reinforce her for interacting with new toys by pairing them with fish. As her condition improved and there was less of a need for hands-on medical treatment, we were able to raise her water level. After 6 long months of rehabilitation and a clean bill of health, our work was complete. Now she was ready for transfer to a permanent home.
doctor's happy. Big, big rabbit. Rabbit. Oh, then rub the corner.
While our main goal is to return any animal that we rescued back to the wild, sometimes that's not always possible. So just like you saw Summer, we talked about how she was found without her mother, and because she was found without her mother, she wasn't able to learn all of those skills that she needed to survive. So that's why she couldn't be returned to the wild, and that's the case with many of our resident animals. So all of our residents here at Clearwater Marine Aquarium were deemed non-releasable for one reason or another. Now, our most famous resident, of course, is Winter. So Winter, when she was young, she was found without her mom, and she got her tail, or her peduncle region, that end of her tail, wrapped around in the rope of a crab trap. It was wrapped so tightly that she lost the blood flow to her tail, and her tail tissue actually started to flake off. So because of that, she did lose her tail, but she taught herself how to swim on her own. But she used a side-to-side swimming motion instead of up and down like most dolphins. Because of this new swimming technique, she actually began to have a curvature in her spine, and that's why she needs to wear a prosthetic tail sometimes. So let's take a look at Winter's story and her prosthetic tail.
Well, Winter's a 12-year-old Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. She's lovable, she's energetic. Of course, her story has inspired so many people each and every day. Winter's story is unique, but it doesn't go into the details of how determined she is. She survived the unsurvivable and has been here with us for almost 12 years. And oh, she's a rescued dolphin. Yeah, I hear you talking about it. I hear you. I hear you. You're crazy.
How much time do we have? Because I honestly could talk about the rescue scene for days. I think the scene on the beach with Sawyer and Winter when they first see each other is the pinnacle of what Dolphin Tail and CMA stands for. It really is everything that they strive to be, and that's rescue and to rehab. I think as kids, like 12-year-olds, we're trying to figure out what our passion is, right? And it's really frustrating if we don't know it. Everyone else is doing, sports, or they're reading a ton, and Sawyer just didn't seem like he had that. He didn't have that passion. And then in that instance, when he frees Winter from the crab trap and he just interacts with her, he realizes he found his passion. Helping people, helping animals. I have met so many kids who have been inspired by Winter, knowing that Winter's helped them, and now they're inspiring other people and helping other people, which is so cool. And that's the impact that Winter has. It's like I said, a domino effect. Winter's helped somebody and inspired somebody, and now all they want to do is help other people as well.
So Abby, we're sitting here watching the inspiring real-life footage of Winter being rescued December 10, 2005. This is the first time anybody ever saw her, and this is the rescue team, our partner rescue team going out. They're going to see something amazing in a few minutes. What are they thinking right now in your mind?
Well, just watching what's happening right now, it's making my adrenaline go up because I know they're trying to get to the scene as quickly as possible. They have to get all their equipment and supplies out there, and they just need to figure out what's going on. They know there's a baby dolphin, and she's in distress.
And there it is, the first shot ever of Winter the dolphin. Jim Savage, the fisherman, found her like 5 hours before. She's been in the water for a number of hours at this point. This is not happening right now. She's already in the water for a number of hours.
We got a report of this animal at 9:30 this morning, and the injuries that she has are due to a crab pot entanglement with a rope. So it basically was dragging through the corners of her mouth and also caused her some abrasions around her body from being wrapped up in the rope.
Time is of the essence, and they need to come up with a plan as quickly as possible.
And then they see this, which is the first shot of her tail flukes being damaged by the crab trap rope. So You know the story thereafter, but when you're watching this right now, what would you have been thinking looking at that as far as the odds of her doing well?
I mean, obviously it looked really bad, to be honest. I've never seen an injury to that extent, and I would know that it would be a very long recovery if it was even possible at all.
But it is Winter the Dolphin.
Yes.
And she knows how to get things done and never gives up.
Yeah, and she's an amazing animal. And just seeing her right now, just how small she is and how fragile she is, the fact that she's come so far just is an amazing feeling, because you're talking about a really young animal and the chances for an animal like that to survive. But on top of that, she's got some serious problems.
So as you watch Winter right now, you know her better than anybody. How does this make you feel just as Abby Stone?
Well, obviously it pulls at my heartstrings, but I feel really good overall just knowing how far she's come and getting an opportunity just to see her in that state, knowing that today she's thriving and doing so well. I mean, when I look at her, she still has those really sweet eyes. And I know that she's not good right now, but in a very short period of time, she's gonna be here at CMA and we're gonna be getting her on the road to recovery.
So it's amazing just to watch her. Winter's a fighter. We know her fighting personality, but she was doing it from day one. You didn't have to teach her that. That's kind of what she's about, and she's doing that right now.
And you see it when they put her in the stretcher, the way she moves and kind of struggles a little bit, and you do want to see that. And we saw that when we saw that when we got her in the pool, even here at CMA.
That was the Winter attitude, right? Like, I'm still in charge.
Yeah, that's right. I got this.
Yeah. She refuses to give up, so they'll put her in a stretcher, which is as high-tech as we get in transporting the animals, but it's how we do it.
Yeah, it works effectively.
Safest way, and then here it is right here. So it's amazing to watch this right now and realizing she's going to leave the world of animals and be forever in the hands of humans that will now care for her. And of course, you've been doing that for many, many years. Her last time ever in the wild right now, and she'll be in our hands very, very soon. About a 4-hour drive to Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and you were there that night.
Yep, I mean, those transports aren't easy either for those animals. 4 hours is kind of a long period of time, but she did really well.
The odds are she wouldn't live, at this point in time, the odds are she would not even survive. Right? But it's Winter, right?
It is.
It's Winter the Dolphin, so inspiring dolphin. So there you go, first day, the rescue of Winter the Dolphin. Heading to Clearwater Marine Aquarium and into the hands of Abby Stone in a couple hours. There you go.
It makes me feel amazed that we were able to accomplish something so significant that would impact so many people's lives. And
Against all odds.
Yeah, and it just started this one day. I mean, so many things had to happen for us to be where we are today that it just amazes me that everything has turned out so well.
I hope you were inspired by Winter's amazing story. Clearwater Marine Aquarium is grateful for all of the animals that we've been able to help along the way, including Weasley, Summer, and of course Winter. Our work here never stops, and we are so grateful to have the opportunity to continue to help animals by rescuing, rehabilitating, and releasing them back into the wild. CMA also hopes to find forever homes for animals who cannot be released. Hopefully, from learning these animals' stories, you can learn ways that you too can make a difference in animals' lives and around the world. Thank you again for supporting our mission. Without you, our work would not be possible.